invigorating,
empowering, unique. It's not just a magazine.
I'm Shalon Bell with ReVeal Magazine US. I'm standing here with the founder of Love Beyond Walls. I can honestly say it's definitely a privilege and honor to be standing here with you today, Terence. I'm really proud of what you're doing. It's really an inspiration for myself, for everyone in our community, and those across the world as well. So just tell us, how did you actually start Love Beyond Walls? What was your motivation behind it?
I was sitting in my office one day and I was reading this book by Dave Gibbons, and in one of the chapters it said that sometimes your pain can lead you to your destiny. Well, God will use your pain to lead you to your destiny. And thinking about that question, I began to be really introspective, to ask myself some hard questions like, what has pained you over your life? And in front of my whiteboard, or I got on my whiteboard and jotted down a lot of buzzwords. And after a while, I started to see a common thread of homelessness, not in a physical sense, but like in a sociological sense. And in that moment, I kind of felt like, man, there are a lot of people who are impoverished. There are a lot of people who wrestle with this issue. There are a lot of people who are, trying to get out of the homelessness as we know. And I felt a lot of compassion. I was like, man, I think I should stand up for this because I can identify with the pain.
All right, I'm standing here with Willie and Robert, two of the guys, the gentlemen that Terence Lester is actually working with. He met them a year ago when he started Love Beyond Walls. I'm happy to be standing here with you guys. How are you today?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome. This is Robert. This is Willie. So just tell me, initially, when you first met Terence, guys, what was your reaction, considering where were you, and how did you feel when he actually reached out to you guys?
Well, when Terence first met me, I was on drugs and stuff like that, and he met me up under the bridge, you know what I mean, and he was bringing us food and praying for us, and reaching out to us and stuff like that. So it been a year since I've been knowing Terence, man. He's a good guy. Helped a lot of people, even helped them even get back home. You know what I mean? And he just now meeting my little brother, man. Yeah, he walked up here just to be up here with me and Terence because of this process right here. It's a good makeover right now. So it's really good to be with a friend that love people. You know what I mean? And when I first met him, man, it was just amazing to me because you wouldn't have nobody just to leave their family for 72 hours and just be with a whole bunch of homeless people. You know what I mean? And it encouraged me. You know what I mean? Because I ended up meeting a young lady and moving to Jasper, Georgia first, and then we had them move to Tennessee. So I just appreciate him. That's all I can really extra probably say.
So Willie, being that you have two older gentlemen that are kind of paving the path for you as well, what are your plans moving forward?
Me, I'm going back to school. Go back to school, get the GED, and be a technical.
Okay. All right, so I'm standing here with David Douglas, the graphic designer for the mobile makeover bus for Love Beyond Walls. So David, just tell us a little bit more about the bus and what you plan on doing with the bus as far as designing it and the construction inside of it as well.
What we decided to do with the bus was start out to make the bus a symbol of life change, a conduit for people to come into the bus, have their lives changed on the outside in efforts that they might have their inside changed, and then when they leave, they're completely made over. We've got the Soul Beauty. She's going to be in the front of the bus. That's Nicole Campbell. That's our company. She's partnered with us. She's a licensed barber. She's going to have at least 2 chairs in the front of the bus. We've explored option for maybe 4 chairs in the front of the bus. So we'll get the guys to line up on the outside of the bus. They'll get ready to get their hair cut by Soul Beauty in the front of the bus. And then in the middle of the bus, there'll be a section where people will be able to trim their fingernails, trim their toenails. If they'd like to go bald, they can shave their head in that area. They can trim up their face, shave their face with a razor, because obviously Nicole's not going to do that in the front.
Right.
But so then in the back of the bus, we're going to have 2 separate bathrooms. It'll have a toilet, a sink, and a shower in the back. And that'll allow the guys to actually take a shower in a clean environment, use the toilet in a clean environment, use a clean sink where they don't have to worry about who else has been there. It's going to be in a sanitary environment. So we'll also have a trailer attached to this bus, and that's going to contain all the mechanical systems, all of the tanks, all of the pumps, all of that stuff. But in the very back of that will be our clothes closet, where guys will be able to get a fresh change of clothes, fresh underwear, fresh socks, all of that. They'll start at the back, get their clothes, get lined up on the inside of the bus, take care of their personal hygiene needs, take a shower, change into their new clothes, and come out of the bus made over.
That is absolutely amazing, David. So when are you guys looking to transform the bus, hearsay? When are we going to get mobile, and where can we actually find you guys?
Okay, our plan is actually we're going to start the makeover of the makeover bus on Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
We have a team organized already to come out. We're going to take the wheels off of the bus. We're going to get the wheels chromed. We're going to shine them up. We're going to get guys to take off the rest of the stickering that's on the bus. We're going to get rid of most of this graffiti so that it can be prepared to go to the color spot, who, shameless plug, has donated the wrap of the bus for 50% of their cost to put the wrap on the bus. And then on the inside of the bus on Martin Luther King Day, we're going to get the flooring taken out, all of the interior panels taken out so they can be recovered, put the new floor down, start the framing. It's all going to happen on MLK Day.
That is amazing. So how did you actually meet Mr. Lester, Terence?
I met Terence at a local church out in Dallas, Georgia. It's called Westridge Church. And Terence brought Robert and a bunch of other guys out from the team, and they talked about the epidemic of homelessness in Atlanta, the issues that guys like Robert and Willie face on a daily basis on the street. And my wife and I have always been out-of-the-box people. And when we heard the story of Robert, and we heard Terence's story about making himself homeless to walk in the shoes of the homeless, we decided that's something we could get behind. So I called up Terence and we started talking, and then he told me that they'd gotten this building and needed some help renovating the building, and that was just right up my alley. So I said, man, we can take care of the building. I said, what else are we going to do? And so we formed a partnership and a friendship. And man, my life has been changed through Love Beyond Walls. My wife's life has been changed. My children, who you've probably seen running around here. But yeah, they are cute. They're trouble. But you know, Terence came out, he spoke, and God moved in our lives to change us as people, to help change people. So that's how I met Terence.
That is absolutely amazing. So as the old cliche says, teamwork will make the dream work.
Yes.
I really appreciate it, David. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, what's up? This is Terence Lester, the starter of Love Beyond Walls in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've just been revealed.
Invigorating.
Empowering.
Unique. It's not just a magazine.
It's a movement.
ReVeal Magazine US is an online publication that features young, professional, and minority entrepreneurs. Are you an entrepreneur on the rise? Should we reveal you next? If so, send us your information at info@revealmagus.com. Here's your opportunity to be revealed.